Hey, everybody. It was 1973 on a very dreary November morning, and I sat in an unheated house that was under construction with tears streaming down my face. What's that about, right? I'll finish telling that story in a minute, but I'm here today to talk to you about the power of your story and how important it is for us to share our stories. And also, very often we think that we don't really have anything to say. And I'm here to tell you that we all have a story, and it's important that we share it. And it's important that we hear each other's stories. Storytelling is really, really powerful and has an effect on our brains. We can really change perceptions of our community and our world if we share our stories. One of the things that happens when we hear stories is that we are developing empathy. I could easily tell you statistics or facts, and you probably would start falling asleep or be like, yeah. But if I tell you a story, it can change your mind. Let me see, I've got a couple of notes here. Well, yeah, we begin to feel what others are feeling around the world even. So what is this about the story sitting in this house? I realized last night that I had a story to tell, and this just came from nowhere. And it was when I was very, very young, I came to this area looking for work, and there was no work. I got a job with a contractor taping sheetrock. The house had no heat. I ended up going there alone every morning. The buckets of sheetrock mud were frozen. And my friends that I was telling the story said, "What did you do?" And I said, "I sat on the scaffolding crying." And they said, "What happened after that?" And I said, "Well, I was fired because I couldn't do that job, right? But it doesn't matter what happened really after that. Clearly, I didn't have that job very long. But that's the power of a story. And I could easily have told you that so many people in this country are struggling. I could give you percentages and facts about people who are looking for a job or struggling in their job or trying to make ends meet. But to tell a story that produces empathy, like these friends of mine listening to the story said, "Wow, I'm so sorry." You know, it really tells a story about not just me, but the world, what's happening. And the other thing it can do, I realize, as I told that story and thought about it, is it can make us feel, depending on the story, gratitude. You know, that was so many years ago. I now have so much gratitude for all the experiences that I've had in my life and how they have become part of who I am. And they've enabled me to have empathy for others. So I want to tell you that you have a story to tell. And empathy doesn't mean somebody feels our sadness. It could also mean that they feel our joy. Empathy is just feeling the feelings of another, really being able to relate on a really, really human level. So I hope that you tell your story because you really have a story to tell. We all do. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.